So I just had a word downloaded to me as I'm navigating motherhood as a seasoned mom, mainly for my 20-year-old. So when she was in her teen years, she was rebellious and she didn't make a lot of good choices. And when she set her mind to do something, she would do it, which that energy could have been and is now being redirected towards positive things. So it's a great attribute if used the right way. It's a great gift. But what I just thought about was the relationship that I had with my mom and how I felt as a child, as a teenager growing up, and just how rejected I felt, And I never want that feeling. I never want my child to have that feeling where she doesn't feel received. I don't have to accept behaviors and I don't have to accept habits, but where she is in a space where when she comes around me, there's a safe space for love. She can feel like she's loved. And that just hit me that I was like, okay, so outside of my actions, how can I show that to my daughter every time she comes around me, that you are loved? You have a past, you've made bad decisions, and yes, as a mother, I want the best for you. And there are paths that I wish you would have went down. There are areas in your journey that I wish you would have just went straight down the path, but you wanted to take shortcuts, cuts, and go over bumps and all this stuff like that. But I know that she has a calling on her life. I know that her life has a purpose. And despite of her trying to escape it, I know that God has started a good thing in her that he's going to complete. And the only thing I could ever pray for as a mother is just her obedience, and that she's surrounded by the right people to push that into her, to instill love into her and pull out her gifts, in addition to me as a mom, because sometimes our kids, we raise them the best way we know how, but there are also other influences, like their friends, and just so much exposure in this world. So you just gotta set the foundation and just trust God in the process that he will give them those reminders. But one of the things that God said to me as I was thinking today while I was doing cleaning up and stuff was, only life can teach you lessons that I can't, even as a mother. I can give you the foundation, but there are certain encounters and experiences in life that can shape who you are. It can show you who you don't want to be, and it could also show you who you want to be. But there are certain lessons in life, no matter what we teach our kids, no matter how much we hold on to them and love them and want to shield them from the challenges in life, there's just some things that only experience can teach them that we can't. And we have to just change our mindsets to like when we were kids, and I know that we have a responsibility and a task as parents to, because we've been entrusted with this role to teach them the right way to go, but there are just things in life that we cannot shield them from, and I rely on my faith. All I can do is cover her. And when when I am in her presence, just let her know that she's loved. And if she discusses bad decisions, we can discuss it. It's a safe space to say, hey, you shouldn't be doing that, but not in a judgmental way. But it is our job as parents and as mothers to help our kids, especially our daughters, especially women that we're raising, like sons too, but being that we are women and we're raising women and we've made choices in the past that, of course, if we look back, we could have changed. There are things we can instill in them that can shift, shift their stances in the future, but there are only certain things and specific encounters that are customized and for them on their path and on their journey to teach them. They have to go through adversity, because that's the only way that they're going to be equipped to have resilience to handle real life situations. And we have to just let go of the mom guilt, that we are doing the best we can and we just can't be in all these places at one time. And that all we can do is plant the seed, create the foundation, and hope and pray that when adversities come, when they're presented with a decision, that will be subconsciously in their mind and in their heart and in their spirit to make good choices. And even when they make bad ones, that they can hear that still small voice in their head, or however you talk to your kids. But one thing for sure is when we create those safe spaces and we have those healthy conversations, it always leaves room, no matter what age, for our kids to feel like they can come back to us and trust us and talk to us about things. And it looks different for everyone. I don't know what type of relationship you have as a mom with your kids. Like, some kids are disrespectful. My daughter I've been down that path with her, but as she's growing into a young woman, I see that life is teaching her some things, and it's maturing her in areas that I would not have been able to do it in. So as you're navigating this, if you are a seasoned mom and you have teenagers, and if you struggle with mom guilt, just ask God to show you how to